Mm-hmm. Yes, Lord. L Boogie Reacts in the building, man. Shout out to everybody that's been supporting the channel. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and also share the content, please and thank you. And if you do sub up to the channel, make sure you turn notification bell on. That way you will receive all of the notifications for the channel. Thank you. All right, we got some content for y'all today, man. Trump got black folks on code in Memphis. Boy. You know what they gonna call that one right there, man. They gonna call that the Great White Hope. For real. I'm just joking, man. Shout out to the president, man. Obviously, man, the people agree with it in Memphis, yo. So shout out to Memphis. Shout out to the president. Is there any ulterior motives behind it? No, I think, our people just happen to want to straighten up. But the message came across extremely clear on how our people got on code whenever, the National Guard got there, which is leading everyone to believe now that it's doable without that being, the reason. Like, let's just say they never came, right? People are now saying, hey, they can do this without the National Guard. So the message was extremely clear, man, and that's why I believe it's extremely relevant. All this talk about black fatigue, people, saying that, we're kind of like the worst part of the country at this point, young black men, all right? The ones that aren't, in these special situations, special predicaments in America, man. And I would have did some some NFL content or something like that today, man. But this is the content I'm doing. This is the only channel I'm going live off of. So we're gonna play a couple vids and then I'm gonna get up out of here, people. Shout out to everybody that's supporting the channel once again. And fair use, man. This is for educational and entertainment purposes only. We're not gonna make this a long video today. We're just gonna do it. All right. So we got a couple clips. I know I was making a video about one of the clips I saw, man. But hey, let's go, man. Let's get it rolling. Okay, so we got that clip right there. There's another clip. All right. Shout out to the people.
True time. I was against
Cutting Edge in the building. Shout out to you, man.
Pretty much everything that was coming towards Memphis. I was against this National Guard, all these different police units, all this military, all this. I was against all this shit.
I think a lot of people were, right? Because they didn't know what was to be expected out of it. Hell, I was one of those people. I was one of those people's like, man, I hope they don't go into this state, into this city of Memphis, and start causing a major destruction in those black communities. But then you see the people of Memphis, they're excited about it. Now, there are mixed messages with them between, everything they're saying about people being, being on code in Memphis at this point. But for the most part, people agree with it. People like it. People think that it was necessary, But why aren't our young black men able to be on their best behavior at all times, right? Why aren't they able to conduct themselves in a manner where they can be, good representations of America, Let's keep going.
Coming to the end, right? Especially when I was the one learning shit about Memphis and how the crime been down 25% than it has in like hella years and shit. Like Memphis been doing good. We just had the most peaceful summer in a long little time.
Word.
Just for these folks still come with this shit. I was against this shit, bro. And then I seen the numbers after the first week of rounding up niggas. These folks then got 16 convicted murderers off the streets in 1 week. Black people. I know it's a lot of Memphis folks. Somehow all the niggas gone now and they over here, the police pulling over all the good hard working people. Hey, if that was the case, sorry. But I can't wholeheartedly say they doing a bad thing now. Now that I just seen them numbers, bro. I'm just be honest. And I'm a real Memphis nigga. I love my city. I love once again, nigga, this where I'm at. As I wait on the motherfucking bus, I'm in the heart of this shit.
He in the heart, man. He in the heart.
I would be lying if I ain't just read them numbers and say, damn, that's a good thing for Memphis. So, I'm out of this, y'all. I ain't got no more commentary on this National Guard shit being here, the police, the over police. I ain't got shit to say to that, bro, because it's kind of hard for me to say they doing us wrong when they really getting convicted fucking murderers.
Wow.
And fellas with guns off the street, bro. I don't, hey, bro.
Most certainly.
Y'all just be easy, bro. Be easy.
Shout out to that young brother, man. Straight up. I mean, obviously, he's a concerned citizen in the state and in the city of Memphis. So he definitely applauds the actions of the president and the National Guard. Rightfully so, because he, you know, of course, he lives there. That's his place of residence. So he wants to make sure that it's a safe and healthy environment for him and his family, man. So nothing's wrong with that. I don't see anything wrong with that either, right?
And at this point, I don't give a damn. Not into politics. Some of y'all might get mad at me. And at this point, I don't give a damn. Not into politics. I'm not into all of that extra stuff that people be losing their life over. I ain't into all that.
Monique Hill in the building.
What else? But I will say thank you to Trump for bringing these National Guards and doing what they're doing down here in Memphis right now. You know, for the first time in 5 years.
Now, obviously, this is not the message of every man in Memphis, right? But these are some people that have shared their opinions on the things that they have saw in Memphis. Let's keep going.
For 5 years, and for the first time, my kids have been able to play in the backyard and be able to do it comfortably.
Wow.
I haven't heard a gunshot in 2 weeks. I haven't seen strange people walk up and down the street. Just a few weeks ago, I had somebody walk on the side of my house. None of that action's going on. I haven't seen no young YNs at the store posted. I haven't seen an infinity fly past me in weeks. I'm sitting on my porch right now, and I'm watching kids outside playing. People outside walking with their kids, stuff I ain't never seen before living in my neighborhood. But all because we feel safe in this environment, unfortunately because of the things that are happening here in the city.
All right.
I hate it had to be this way, but I'm happy. I'm happy. Honestly, I truly feel that this is just a band-aid to the problem. I don't think this is going to completely fix everything. But to have a moment of peace, just thank you, Jesus.
Yeah, man. Hey, people definitely agreeing with it. Now, we're going to run this clip, and then I'm going to get up out of here. We're not going to do a long video today. So, obviously, we just saw her speaking. So, I'm assuming that she went viral for her message. And rightfully so. She's thankful that she's got, a moment of clarity in the city of Memphis. Let's go.
Posted. I haven't seen an infinity fly past me in weeks. I'm sitting on my porch right now, and I'm watching kids outside playing. And this is just a band-aid to the problem. I don't think this is going to completely fix everything. But to have a moment of peace.
Moment of peace.
Just thank you, Jesus.
What more does he have to do? Honestly. He's solving for peace overseas, solving for peace in African countries, solving for peace with Israel and Hamas, and he's solving for peace right here on American soil. You ain't even really... Bro, I usually get a bunch of stories out of D.C. A bunch of stories out of D.C. of different crime and this happening and so on and so forth.
All right.
I'm still getting a lot of stories out of L.A. I'm still getting a lot of stories out of New York, and I'm still getting a lot of stories out of Chicago. But I'm not getting nothing out of Memphis, and I'm not getting nothing out of D.C. So in a way, this is kind of bad for business when it comes to...
But once again, it's like, why does it take our president, why does it take authority, for them to come into our places of residence, our cities, and, why does it take them to be able to clean it up? I think that's the question that was asked, and I have to agree with that as well. Let's keep playing. You'll hear
me, a person that's reporting on the news. Fortunately, we still have different things to report on all throughout the United States of America and outside of the United States of America, such as the government layoffs and shutdowns. However, Memphis, I'm really happy for y'all, and I'm actually looking to go to Memphis. I'm thinking about pulling up in Memphis next week. Every time that I said that I was going to go to Memphis, everybody kept telling me, no, don't go. But now they saying it is safe. And I'm very, very happy for y'all. Y'all deserve it. Everybody deserves to have peace, to have love, to be in a great space inside of their own city. Very few things can I think of, and I've been telling y'all this for a while, very few things can I think of where I can say, nah, you know what? Nobody deserves anything. You get what you earn. In this situation, right?
Now, he has been, and I'm not going to go into Anton Daniels or nothing like that today, but he has been criticized for, you know, basically going at his own people or whatever. But I think there is a message in this situation currently that we're able to do it. We're capable of treating each other with respect, not unaliving each other as young men and women, you know. But obviously they had to implement more authority into that city. Let's keep going.
I believe that people deserve to be able to let their children go outside and not have a stray bullet come and whiz by them or somebody come and steal their kids or something. And the fact that they've taken over 100 guns off the streets and had over 400 arrests within, not even after the first 2 weeks, but within the first 2 weeks is absolutely beautiful. It's 100% awesome. And even though there's a lot of people that won't even publicly say or thank Trump for the dedication of deploying people here inside of the United States of America with our tax dollars that we already paying for and deploying them to ensure that we are safe on American soil versus deploying more resources towards helping people outside of the country, I believe it's a blessing. And the fact that she's willing to step out there, and it's funny because before I reacted to this video, the first thing that I seen in the comments of this woman's thing was, oh, I'm in enemy territory. I kid you not. The first thing that I seen from a person in her comments, and I'm going to try to see if I can pull it up right now really quickly. The first thing that I seen inside of her comments was, oh, I must be in enemy territory. First one, the very first one right there. Oh, I'm in enemy territory. And the second one right before that was, don't apologize for nothing, y'all deserve peace, right? So we fighting a fight within ourselves. I'm going to be honest with y'all before I get into the next person. We're fighting a fight within ourselves.
Well, definitely, you know, but it's something that definitely needs to be done for our communities all across America, right? Like, there's nothing wrong with saying, hey, we need to reform our cities and our states to make sure that our kids can grow up and have a safe environment to grow up in. Like, they deserve that, right? Obviously, we all have been placed on this earth, in this world together. We should all be able to find common ground to get past our differences as young men and women in our communities and strive for perfection, strive for greatness. All right. There's nothing wrong with that.
The biggest fight that we have is within our own culture. Honest to God. It's within our own culture. And so even though I get a ton of flack and I get a ton of hate, not from people that don't look like me, not from people that are conservative, not even from people that objectively disagree with me that's on a Democrat side, but from people that actually say that they're for black people and they won't even admit that black culture is toxic or that Trump is doing a good job. When you see what's happening over in Chicago and the fact that he's, you know, eradicating the foolishness over in Chicago that was put into Chicago by Democrat leaders, including Brandon Johnson, is wild to me. But it's okay. It's okay. As long as we continue to make progress and as long as there's a young kid that is able to walk up and down the street without a stray bullet killing them, like so many different reports that I experienced from Chicago last year, it's okay. It's okay.
Everybody across the country keep saying, man, if it wasn't so many criminals and so much crime going on in Memphis, Tennessee,
Penny Schreiber in the building.
What crimes is they stopping early in the morning while everybody is trying to go to work? Y'all is pulling people over for drive-out tags and no insurance, this, that, and the other, and people.
So you're not supposed to, and that's not true.
Well, look, man, that's the thing, right? Like, people don't want to be pulled over and all that type of stuff any time of the day, obviously, you know, but some people might have, you know, bad plates. They might need to be getting on their shit because it's more eyes on you. People starting to pay attention more. So shit, yeah, bro, tighten up. You know what I'm saying? If this is the time to tighten up. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be out here loose, boy. You're gonna get caught up. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing wrong with saying that. Like, shit, bro, tighten the hell up, boy. Go get you some insurance. Get you some license. Stop riding around illegal. Because once you put drugs and like weapons together, like that's considered a felony. I don't know about the state of Tennessee, but like in North Carolina, once you're like driving with like drugs, and then, you know, you've got a gun with that, that's automatically a felony now. You know, it's like you're committing a crime.
Because I've done reports on here where they were shooting in the daytime too. But you're not supposed to get your insurance and your tags and all of that. So y'all just ratting dirty, and you think it's okay for y'all to do that just because you've been doing it for a long time? See, this is the ignorant stuff that we talking about, bro.
We're trying to go to work. Memphis, Tennessee been letting people get away with drive-out tags and everything else because our shit been so bagged up for fucking months. It been bagged up. Nobody could get no goddamn license plates, none of that, no tags, no nothing for months.
See, everybody ain't gonna sell this.
They been letting us do this shit. Now everybody saying we criminals. They ain't trying to stop the motherfucker who's stealing the cars, who out here with switches, we out here with choppers and everything else. They ain't trying to get them. They mess with folks who go to work early in the morning. What crime are you stopping early in the morning? What did you do with going through people's yards and everything? Like you taking away everybody's rights. Everybody's rights. Can't fart wrong. You fart wrong, you getting locked up or you getting your car took. Like you can't say nothing loud no more and everybody, oh, do you feel safe? Hell no, I don't feel safe because it's just some more thugs with guns. Them folks is gangs. And you can't do nothing about it. These folks is out here is a real gang. They ain't trying to protect and serve. They over here harassing people. If you got an old lady on the side of the road going through everything on her.
It's a different type of hop out boy too. The National Guard, I mean, I've never experienced that. But from my understanding, they're just aiding the police in, you know, succeeding in ridding the crime in those areas, right? But once again, tighten up, right? Don't be out there committing crimes, bro. Get on your shit. Go figure out how to start you a business. Go figure out how to change, you know, your surroundings, bro. That's it. That's all it is, what it is. Especially if you see there's more opportunities being provided. If not, then it might be time to, you know, move around a little bit. Move a little bit outside the city or something like that. You know?
All that, searching her car. Old lady look like she 80 years old.
The Memphis deserves to be safe, and if you are sitting there and complaining that you're not able to ride dirty or you're not able to ride illegally, then I think that we have a bigger problem. That's a you problem. That's not the authorities' problem. Their job is to enforce the law.
Money. Appreciate that $5 Russell Red. Let's see what that said right there. And I need to fix that. Where's my donations? I need to play that again so I can fix that shit. It says, salute, Boogie. What I got to say, I do believe crime needs to stop, but stop harassing non-criminals. They stop putting guns and drugs in the hood. It stops. They most definitely putting them guns and all of that in the hood. Our people is not, you know, at them shipment yards getting them boats. I mean, on them boats getting them guns and, you know, a lot of times, yeah, man. Once again, it's kind of like a cycle, right? Like it's like a domino effect. You know, the guns, the drugs, all of those things obviously come from places that our people are not privy to. And then, yeah, once they get their hands on it, then, you know, they move accordingly. You know, they start committing crimes with that stuff. So, hell yeah, we definitely want to make sure that we hold them accountable as well, always and forever on my end. We gonna always and forever hold our government responsible and hold them accountable for the things that have been placed in front of them. And once again, where are the things that can change the way a man thinks, right? So like how they're cleaning up Memphis right now, now you need to give them opportunity. Now you need to provide them with rehabilitation. Now you need to provide them with reformation. You know, it's time to steer them in another direction. Especially if they say, you know, who the hell's committing the crimes in those areas. That's the time where you know, get them out of the communities and say, hey, look, we can provide you with X, Y, and Z. This could change the trajectory of the young black man in America. How often does that get done? I'm not sure, but it would definitely help out a lot, most certainly.
To get illegal migrants up out of here and to make sure that they're removing the crime, the criminals, and the guns off the street. And I'm all for it. As the lady said previously, that, you know, she, for the first time in a long time, that she hasn't heard.
Monique Hill, like, even on Grand Theft Auto, like, I remember vividly performing like a heist. Like, you would do, like, those train heists, you know what I mean? Like, and that was definitely It was in California basically. I forgot which game it was. It might have been San Andreas or GTA 5. I can't really remember. You know what I mean? But yeah, hell yeah, that's a real thing, right? But once again, the young black men are out there performing and committing crimes because they ain't got shit else to do. And majority of the time, that's all you have to tell a young black man. Like, hey, bro, you know you wasting your time. You ain't got that much time on this earth. Don't you want to change how your family, looks at you? It's so many different things. Like, it's really rehabilitation and reformation. Like, you have to change the way that they look at life because they look at it as if there's no hope for them, as if things would never change for them. And that this is the way, they're only looking at it as this is the way. There's nothing else for me to be doing. This is what I should be doing right here. So if you could change that, then you could then you could possibly spark that mind to change the world around them.
Gunshot in 2 weeks is crazy. That's crazy. We deserve better here in the United States of America and these cities. Let me know what y'all think inside of the chat. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description.
Yeah, and I do understand that too, Monique. Like, that's why I say we have to hold them accountable as well. Our government, the mayors, the governors, because I even heard people say that too. Like, man, even at that level, they make it seem as if that's where change can happen or can occur. But we have to be strategic about that as well, But it's definitely a war taking place in our communities. It's not an easy thing, right? Because they would be just as happy with us making minimum wage and always, looking up to them for $1 and help and assistance. I think that they take pride in that. And when I say that, I'm talking about our government. I'm talking about the elite. Because when you start, like I've noticed in many different ways, like, you tell a person like, hey man, I'm ready to change my life. I'm ready to conduct myself in a reasonable manner.
I need money.
Shout out to Russell Red. He says, Anton Daniels cool on the money talk, but him speaking on black issues, he sounds biased. Because he sides with them folks a lot, and he in Detroit, Black Crime Town. Nah, he been getting criticized like hell too, Russell Red. For real, I agree with you on that. I'm not taking his side in that. A lot of times, if y'all see me playing videos and stuff, those are not the I don't condone, their message. I really just need that for my message, Some things might correlate, but not everything. And that's one of those things. He's definitely one of those guys that talk shit about his community all the time. When I speak about my community, I'm going to offer some type of resolution for it, right? Opposed to just criticize. Like, we can criticize and talk shit about our communities all day, but it could take one man to, provide some explanation on the steps, right? There's steps to be taken in everything in life. You got to do the work, right? You can't skip no steps. You know what I mean? I'm one of those guys that understand that if you want shit to change around you, you got to take the proper steps, whether that be learning how business structure works, learn how to be one of those guys that go and get a trade, some skill-based type of job. You can't do it from base entry-level pay. You just can't do it. It's not designed for it to be that way. But if you at a job and they offering you to go to take classes, then by all means, hustle it up. Even if you got to struggle with sleep, whatever, food and all of that shit, do those things, because those are the things that'll take you from base entry level pay to the next step. And then once you get there, obviously learn more and more. Continue to just strategically provide guidance on those types of things. So those are the things that we could teach our young black men. Hey, get you a job, motherfucker. And then when you get a job, take up the opportunities of classes that job offers. Once you do that, now you're no longer making base pay. Now you can go buy you a crib. Now you can get yourself out the hood. And then once you get there, bro, learn how to run a business in that trade that you just were certified in, your profession. So that's how it can work. You know what I mean? That's how I did it. That's how I live my life. I try to make sure that I continue to educate myself, and it ain't been easy. It ain't one of those things. Nothing in life, like someone told me before, like anything in life that you really, you trying to stride and get out of life, it's not gonna be easy, bro. It's definitely gonna be difficult. It ain't gonna be one of those easy tasks. Nothing in life is, but you don't have to stay at base entry level, basically. You know what I'm saying? He said, my father became a master welder going to Watts Skill Center, RPOG Sunny Hill. Yeah, shout out to him, man. Word up. You know what I'm saying? That's what it takes. You got to get them skills, got to get them trades, man. That's going to take you out the hood. That's going to give you something to look forward to, That's going to change the way you start interacting with your fellow friends and hey, bro, I ain't even on that shit no more, man. This is what I'm up to. I'm doing all my shit legit. I'm making sure that I'm able to provide for myself and your future family or create a foundation. It's so many things to be learned. And I think that that's where we have to continue to do that. And everything doesn't have to be put on the forefront. We don't have to always blast things out, because some people not happy for you. You know what I mean? So, but other than that, I'm going to get up out of here, y'all. I had to do that real quick. I appreciate everybody rocking out with me. Shout out to Russell Red for the super chats. Shout out to Monique Hill, T-Mac, Cutting Edge. Yeah, man, I appreciate y'all rocking out with me for that quick 30-minute insert. Other than that, hug your loved ones. Let them know how much you love them, because tomorrow's never promised. And make sure you get your memberships, man. And stay tuned for more content. Share the content as well. And turn your notification bell on. That way you will continue to receive all of the lives. And we're going to start doing some long-form content as well. Like I said, I'm just still conjuring up and still figuring out how I want to promote my channel completely. Other than that, until next time, salute to y'all. We up out.